Hello everyone, Lawrence here from Unicorn Reviews with the iFi Zen DAC V2. So this is the second generation of iFi's Zen DAC. Now, I tried the iFi iDSD Pro, absolutely loved it, but it was way outside my budget range. So that was just a loaner unit. This Zen DAC V2 I actually bought because I think it's incredibly well priced for the spec sheet. Now, I'm not the only one, because going through the product page, there's a lot of patting themselves on the back, but I guess that's what the marketing department is there for. It has a 16-core hardcore MQA encoder, so it has hardware MQA decoding, I should say, which is, I guess, good for audio quality, although the whole MQA stuff is a bit iffy. I don't know, does that joke work in English? It's amazing in Dutch, but I don't know if it works in English. But it has that 16 cores. Does that really matter? I don't know, to be honest. Now, MQA isn't the only buzzword on the Zen DAC V2 page. It's also a balanced DAC. You have two balanced outputs, although all the outputs are the same. You can't like switch between outputs on the device itself. But it's a balanced DAC, which for people with balanced headphones is great to have. For those who don't have balanced headphones, well, you can just use it the normal way as well. So it's really a win-win. Because again, it's not like they're pricing this thing through the roof just to support those balanced headphones that people usually don't have, to be honest. I mean, only the real nerds have the balanced headphones. Now, a really nice feature that I'm actually using myself is the true bass. So there's a little button on there, and if you press it, you just get full-on bass on all your headphones. It basically just boosts the bass through the roof. But to be honest, I kind of like that, because I'm using these flat AF hi-fi man. Actually, they're HE350, so this is like a budget headphone that hi-fi man and Mass Drop, when it was still Mass Drop, made together. But it really makes those headphones sound like really nice and warm and bassy and punchy. So really liking that little true bass button that we get on here. Now, I'm just gonna scroll down because iFi easily listed the differences between the version 1 and the version 2. So basically, primary use, it's for home and desktop. Of course it is. It's right there on top of my desk, therefore it's desktop use. It's a headphone amp. Great. No power supply included. This is a really weird one. So when they designed the packaging for the Zen DAC, they were like, should we include a power brick? Yes or no? Let's include the box for the power brick, but not the power brick itself. Doesn't make any sense. The only interesting thing you get in the box is this tiny little RCA cable, gold plated and everything. I guess that's nice. But oh, and you also get a little big hole to small hole adapter. Of course, the biggest difference between version 1 and version 2 is this one actually has hardware MQA decoding. So if you do use Tidal and you pay for the expensive version of Tidal that allows for the master mixes that then allow you to use MQA once you actually enable it in the software. Not that you can really hear the difference anyway. Alright guys, so this is it. Here's a hand for size comparison. Here's a headphone for a size comparison. This is the iFi Zen DAC version 2. First up, you can see this big old spinny boy, little blue light behind it. If we look at our paper, a blue light means MQA Studio, because I'm a baller who is just using the free trial of Tidal for the 5th time. On the front of this device, you have your big boy port, which is unbalanced, and then a little small 4.4mm, which is balanced if you have balanced headphones. The button on the left, don't touch it. If you're wearing your headphones and you enable this, you will go deaf, because it's basically matching the power of this thing to the impedance of your headphones, and as a result it usually sends the volume just through the roof. A nice button to have though is this little true bass button over here, little LED to indicate if it's on or not. But this is great for just boosting the bass on these like open back, very flat sounding headphones. True bass really is a nice little button to have for that. Now, iFi includes this horrible, absolutely hideous USB-B cable that then goes to a USB-A port. It is the shortest cable in the world. I actually have an extension on here just to get it like to the length of my PC. So this is like a 30 centimeter, very vivid blue cable. Why not just make it USB-C, guys? Please, it's 2021. I guess that's for the version 3 of this device. Anyway, looking at the back, you have another balanced output. Now, there's no switch on here to say I want my audio from the front or the back. I guess if you do like to run your headphones from the back, you can just leave this port open, plug into the back, and then you just have the little spinny boy to use. There's a button here, variable or fixed. This is basically to turn on or off the little volume dial in the front. If you set it to fixed, then your amp will take care of making stuff louder. If you set it to variable, then the amp inside the iFi Zen DAC V2 will do the amping. Of course, you got your right and left channels for your RCA, that horrible, hideous, big-ass USB-B port, a little serial number, and then a power input. Of course, iFi would love to sell you their very expensive 5-volt power supply, but do you really need that? I don't think so. Then at the bottom, just some rubber feet so you don't scratch up your desk. I would really like it if it came with some like wooden, like bamboo feet or something to raise it off of the table. I really like the build quality. The outside is this very nice finish. This brushed aluminium gray panel, not a fan to be honest, but it's good enough. Anyway, that is it for my little overview review. I think this is a really good product for the price. It can drive basically any headphones except like the silly high impedance ones very well. Having that little true bass will just transform how your headphones sound. Doesn't look too bad on the desk, and again, it's only like what, 160 euros or something, which is, in the world of audiophile stuff, very cheap, especially for a balanced DAC/amp that also has hardware, MQA, decoding, for the 5 people in the world who care about MQA. Anyway guys, let's move on to my outro. So guys, that was it for my review of the iFi Zen DAC version 2. I didn't really want to make a review on this because I suck at doing audio reviews because my ears probably don't work well enough, or everyone else is just full of shit. However, this channel is dying and content is better than no content, so like, share, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Anyway, guys, if you liked this video, let me know in the comments below. If you didn't, definitely let me know in the comments below. I can't wait to argue with you. And thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.